Check. Can you hear me?
No. Question. Are we saying welcome to Studio Make It Happen?
I am?
That's what we're calling Studio Make It Happen.
No. Make It Happen Studio M. Or,
well, I like the idea of this being Studio Make It Happen. This room.
And honestly, everything that you see here and out there is at the salon. Like, that wallpaper's at the salon.
So I like Studio Make It Happen. I like the play on Studio M.
Oh, I like the play too, but does that flow?
I think it does.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. I was trying to think about this last night because I remember specifically where I was, and you texted and where you were like, I just bought everything for this podcast. And I looked at my friend and I was like, my boss is crazy. And then we've just been talking about it.
Well, I know when it came out when we were in Dallas after we just bought the RG. We had bought into the RG products. Didn't even try them.
No.
Had a head spa coming. Didn't know where to put it. Our team had just suffered like some drama.
Right. Which
we hadn't even gotten over yet.
Normal for Studio M either.
No. And then I was like, Morgan, we need to do this. We need to do our podcast. And you're like, I'm in? Morgan's always in. Always.
No matter what it is.
Yeah. And so she says, let's do it. And I mean, I don't think she realized. And I think that week, 2 weeks later, I asked my friend ChatGPT, I said, I've got one shot to make this. I have no idea what we're doing, but we have a lot to say. And then a week later, life happened.
Yep.
And here we are now.
Oh, yeah.
We're making this happen. Yeah. At our little studio. Morgan, Brad was asking me the other day, like, how long has Morgan been with you and how did we get her? And I said, I was telling him the story and then I couldn't remember. I think you came after Vanessa?
Yes. So I feel like I've always kind of bopped around because I just never found somewhere where I felt like I fit in and where it was home.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes.
How did you get started, first of all, like in the industry? Is it something that you always wanted to do or?
No. I actually started at Owens, like the community college here, and
Same.
I failed because I could not have cared less. And I also,
oh my God.
I also had this boyfriend that was constantly distracting me from life in general. Like I couldn't move on with life because he was just, honestly holding me back, which that I feel really bad saying that he was a nice guy. But anyways, so I failed out of Owens because I was literally either not there or not paying attention or any of that.
I get you.
So my cousin went to the same high school as me. She graduated a year after me, and she was like, I'm going to beauty school. Like, as soon as I graduate high school, I'm going to beauty school. And I was like, can I go with you? And she was like, yeah, I mean, of course. And so we signed up, and we started together, and we went through all of hair school together. She did end up graduating like a month ahead of me. Because
that is so funny how
she was there. Like, it goes off attendance, or hours.
Yes, and then you have to pay back so many hours.
Yeah,
Did you get in trouble?
No, it wasn't trouble, but it was money.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like me. It's like you think, oh, you have all these hours, and I used them up way faster than I should have, and then I was playing like towards the end.
Yeah, and it's so annoying.
Yeah. So I feel like there's so many people in this industry that are successful that start out that way.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, and I didn't know.
Or messy or whatever.
Yeah, and I didn't know that I would stay. I didn't know if I would love it. And now I think, thank God, because what would I be doing? This is my favorite thing.
Well, but with this industry, the way it is today, is the sky is the limit.
Yes.
Compared to, well, I'm hitting my 30th year this year.
Well, yeah, and I mean, this is my 14th, which is wild. But I would have never in a million years when I thought, okay, I'm going to go to hair school. Would I have ever thought I would be here, right now?
At my house?
Yes. At my boss's house recording a podcast. Because
I know.
How cool is that,
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I have a similar situation. So I knew I always wanted to do hair. I can get into that. But I wanted to follow what my friends were doing. So they were all going to college, and I literally could care less. But I knew I wanted to do something with people. I love to hear drama. I love to hear, if I wasn't such a scaredy cat, I would be like an EMS chaser.
Right.
Brad and I are the people at the hospital that's like looking in the ER.
Yes.
Anyways, so I was like, I decided I was going to become a probation officer.
Oh,
okay.
gosh. I did not know this about you.
Yeah,
This is so funny.
So I too went to Owens the first year, and I am in criminal justice 101. And I walk in, and there is a classroom, I'm not kidding you, of a full classroom, maybe 20, 25 kids of young men wanting to become, whatever.
Right.
FBI, all that stuff.
Right.
And I could not have felt any less uncomfortable.
Right.
Or,
right.
What
Out
I
of
mean.
place, yeah.
So I walk in, I take the first seat right up front because I didn't want to walk back. And we had to go around the room, tell our names. I said my name. Then that is the first time that I spoke, and the only time I spoke that whole year. The whole entire time. I hated every bit of it. At the end of the school year, the professors, okay, we're going to go around the room, and you're going to say one thing that you learned this year in class. So it went through all these people, and so I'm the first person thinking, but now I'm the last person to speak. And I say, save the best for last. And everyone was like, oh my God, she talks. And I was like, you have no idea how much I talk. And I said, okay, so the one thing that I learned this year is I am enrolling into cosmetology school in September because this is the last thing I want to do.
Oh my
gosh,
that's hilarious. That's so funny. And I do feel like a lot of people get here that way. And I love that for people. But I do hate that it is looked at as a fallback option.
Oh, for sure. I think it's gotten better.
I do. I agree.
Know.
I mean, yeah, a lot of things obviously have changed with the times, but I do think it's gotten better. But I think still, it's, you just do hair. No,
right,
I don't
right.
just do hair. There's so much more.
Obviously, we run podcasts.
Excuse me.
So anyways, this is us.
I'm Morgan, and I've been in the industry for a decade now, and we're here to talk about hairstyling and salon life and everything in between.
And I'm Megan, and I have been in the industry for 30 years, and I am the proud owner of Studio M Salon and Spa in Findlay, Ohio, and I'm going on our 12th year. There's a lot of people out there, because I experienced it, that are looking for just real talk, and there are more layers to what you do see in the salon.
Right.
But so I think that's kind of one of the things that I want to get across during this podcast.
Yeah, I think too that a lot of people in the Findlay area and a lot of our clients that come into the salon love that about us. I know that there are people, I forget who it was, Yadi told me that she has a client who loves that she does her hair, of course, but requests to come in when certain other stylists are there because they love like
the camaraderie.
Yeah. So I love that about being at Studio, which was another, I worked at another salon for 6 years and I loved it there. And I owe a lot to my boss that was there as far as learning. Mandy Kin at Spectrum Salon. Love you.
Hey, we should have her as a guest.
We totally could. I'm sure she would love that. She is amazing, like amazing hairstylist, an amazing teacher, just like she's so awesome.
Okay. But I'm better, right?
I think personalities obviously tend to clash, and I fit in so much more at Studio M, and everybody there, I feel like I can be myself, and that is something that I genuinely did not know if I ever would be able to do in a salon. Seriously. Yeah. It is so important.
Definitely culture is what makes or breaks
Absolutely.
this industry.
Oh, yeah.
And with the way that things are changing now, stylists are really looking for a place that they can actually call home, but they're also requesting a lot more from their owners.
Oh, yeah. I'm
So,
sure. There's no way I could do your job. No way.
Yeah. Well, that's for another episode. So anyways, another thing that I would like to do is I really think it's important for, especially in our community, we have so much talent in Findlay. I mean, not to be biased, I would say like half of them are at Studio M, but
There's a lot of talent
but there
at Studio
is a
M,
lot of
yeah.
stylists out there, and I just think with today's world and what's going on and with the tariffs and everything, it's such an unknown industry and it's scary, and if the owners can do what they can to reassure their girls or their staff, that's important. But I think what else is important is for all of us stylists to stick together.
Sure.
You know, I'm sorry I keep interrupting you, but
No.
I know you're used to that. So I just think I had this saying, it was really good, but we need to connect instead of compete.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I would love to get any stylists on here, any owners to come and talk about their salon and maybe
really
promote.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do this with me?
Well, okay.
Or us?
So I literally just love talking. I don't know how, I honestly wonder if I talk in my sleep. And people laugh because, like, my husband, does not talk. And I'm like, when would he?
Right.
Seriously. Right. So this is like it's my thing. Like, I could talk to anyone. I could talk to a wall.
You can talk about anything.
Yeah. And I just love it. But also, I feel like there is so much that younger girls, and I'm just coming out of the younger life phase. I'm 33. So I'm just now getting out of where a lot of girls are struggling in the industry.
And you also just finished an internship with two girls coming right out of
OMG. Yeah. Nothing humbles you more than 18,
Shout
19
out
years.
to Sophie and Avery. And as Sophie's mother, I was very happy to say, take her. And she's a really good job, and Sophie really looks up to you. But anyways.
Well, yeah, so I will say I almost gave up, like, on hair. And there was a time in my life, and I was talking with my mom, and I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot. It's exhausting. The people that I worked with were exhausting. And she was like, Morgan, you've never given up on your husband, your marriage, and you've never given up on your kids. And you've also, I can't, this is one thing I cannot let you give up on. I cannot see you give up on it. And
Good
so
for her.
I know.
Good job, Ed.
She's a real one. But I hope that I can be that inspiration for people who may be in that same predicament.
Yeah, because let's face it, we all go through it.
It is so hard.
Some more than others, in seasons too.
Yes.
Don't you believe? Like,
absolutely.
you go through seasons.
Yes. Yeah.
So
that's my reason, and because I don't like to say no.
You don't. I don't think she's ever told me no, but I don't like that either.
But I'm always also just, like, up for it. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, but I guess it's whatever I want to do is fun for you. It's not like
I think we oftentimes are a lot on the same wavelength.
Well, I learned real quick. Oh my God, Morgan's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I told her one day, I said, "Do you see me? See me? This is going to be you in 22 years."
And you said that to Kyle, too. You said that to my husband at one of our
Oh my
parties.
God.
Kyle, this is what you have to look forward to. And he's, oh, okay. Brad's best of luck, pal.
Maybe Kyle needs to get a keg in his garage.
That's exactly what he needs.
I'm a lot. But our brains think the same.
Mm-hmm.
I have all these crazy ideas, and Morgan's the first one to be like, yeah. And out of, 20 employees, Morgan's the only one that says, I'll do it.
Yes.
And I think sometimes the girls are like, they shake their heads at us.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we do. We have a lot to say, and a lot of it's going to be fun in real life, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we're also, I would love to know what the listeners want to hear about.
Yes, that would be awesome. I love the idea of obviously inspiring others who have been, even considering the beauty industry, but also I love the idea of inspiring clients for whatever they may need inspiration. Not that I'm some.
Well, I was thinking, and I haven't ran it this past you yet, so.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe we should do like a tutorial Thursday or something.
Yeah.
And then,
That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah.
I can easily, I've got the whole space in the.
Yes. I love that.
The other part of the basement, and we can like set up like a little salon, and then you can like show people whatever they want. And we can like, show off our new RG products.
Yes, I love that idea.
Yeah.
I just tried one for.
Don't. She didn't say that.
No, that's not what I meant. I just tried something new to me last night. Yes, and honestly, I forget what it's called.
Was it the mask?
No, I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it. It's an oil.
Oh, the oil! Oh my God,
so good in my
patooey.
hair.
It's
Whatever.
a patooey oil. Everyone needs that.
Fun. It's so like I wear extensions, and it doesn't. Sometimes when I go to wash my hair, once, twice a week, I can't get it to latex. I have so much oil on these things, but that is so lightweight. But it still is so silky and soft. I love that.
And the smell?
It smells so good. Yeah.
When people get to know how good these are, that is going to be liquid.
Yes.
And so is the boosters.
Oh, yeah.
And the head spa.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is I really want to get the word out there with the head spa because, let's face it, it's the newest trend.
It is so nice. I can't even explain.
And we have a lot of add-ons coming.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So
that's exciting.
Do you ever struggle? Like, I know we've talked about it. You have ADD, right? Or ADHD?
I am, diagnosed with ADHD and OCD, which
so,
fight each other. Like the two.
Oh, yeah. Because
disorders or whatever they are.
Okay, so do you think I have OCD because someone's like, with my ADD or ADHD and like dyslexic, that OCD goes in with it? But the thing is, I don't know. To me, OCD is like everything has to be,
It is so funny that you say that because my dad, has never in 33 years of parenting me, never once sugarcoated anything for me. And so just a couple months ago, I got diagnosed with this, and I was telling my parents about it, and my dad's like, where the hell's the OCD? Like, what do you mean? Like, why is your laundry never done? And I was like,
yes, that's what I've always thought. And I'm like, oh, have you been to my house?
My house is a hot mess. But
if OCD means opening every cabinet door in the kitchen when you cook.
Yeah, no.
Drawers, if that's what OCD is.
That, I am not like that at all. I will obsess over ridiculous things that actually I made up in my head. And I cannot stop thinking about them until there's somebody.
And it's not even true stuff?
No. Okay, so this is not personally a story of mine, but somebody that we used to work with. This actually really helped me a lot to get through a bad phase I was going through. So I was just having a really hard time with what I didn't even know was OCD at the time. I just thought I was literally losing my mind. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I just cannot stop thinking about these certain things. And this girl that we used to work with, she was like, Morgan, I used to get so worried that I ran someone over with my car, that I was going to hit someone with the car, but not know it. And I was driving down the road, and I just convinced myself that I ran someone over in their driveway. I went back. She's like, Morgan, I went back to the house. I knocked on the door, and somebody came to the door, and she said, they were like, can I help you? And she goes, I'm really sorry. Did I run anyone over in your driveway? And they were like,
nuh-uh.
No, seriously. They were like, no, everyone's accounted for. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm really sorry. I just have a little bit of a crazy brain. I had to make sure. And I was like, that actually, I don't feel bad about myself anymore. This helps so much. But
why? Because you have created something in your head that you've done.
Or
that you do it all the time. And
all
so
the time.
then you think back, did I do that?
Yes.
And that's OCD.
Yes, apparently, I guess. I'm no doctor, but that's what they tell me.
In today's world, mental health is so important, more than it's ever been.
Yes.
And thank God, because of the things that I've recently been through. Mm-hmm. And actually, when Sophie was diagnosed with the ADHD and dyslexic, as her mother going through everything, I'm like, this is me, and it was clearly, and I had a long talk with my mom. However, part of me is, I feel like it's kind of a superpower, you know, because without that, I would not have my crazy ideas.
Oh my gosh, I think this all the time, and because my family is so mentally
boring,
stable. They all
so
like
boring,
and everything that I think, oh my gosh, we should do this, and they're like, well, we can't just up and do that. Like, why not? Like, why can't you get on a plane tomorrow at 4 a.m.?
Duh. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
how
get
I
it.
work. Yeah.
And just
that drives my oldest daughter crazy.
It drives my entire family crazy. But my husband is a little bit ADHD too. That's self-diagnosing, but me self-diagnosing him.
Right.
But so he is actually brought this out of me more, which I think probably drives my parents crazy. And my family in general crazy.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've always known, like, looking back in grade school, but I didn't know anything about it. I just thought that I was stupid. Like, my smart friends moved on, and I stayed back around 3rd, 4th grade. And my mom, you know, she was always like, if you try harder, you know.
Yeah.
Well, not in a negative way.
Yeah, I know.
But I didn't care. It was my ADD brain. It was it was like, and I'm not proud of it, but I don't really know a lot about things that I should know, but I can tell you a lot about the beauty industry. I learn what I want to learn.
And my mom said, looking back, like, that was obviously just, you were so anxious. And so now I'm kind of glad, though, that happened, because my son in 4th grade has the same stuff. But I will say I struggle with, he's so young, I don't want
do it. Yeah.
I don't want medicine.
I mean, do you feel like it's made you a stronger person?
Well, I am pretty.
We don't know any different.
Well, yeah, and I'm pretty like resilient to things now. I mean, I feel like I got made fun of, and now I can just like laugh about that a lot now. I don't get my feelings hurt really easily.
I guess I don't wish things were any different for me growing up, because I look at myself now, and I definitely needed to go through everything in life, you know, to get to where I am today. Nothing was handed to me.
Oh, yeah.
And I am so glad that I actually went through all the different things.
Right.
Because now, watching Sophie start in the industry, as much as I want to which way to go, exactly what to do, you know, because of what I've learned, I have to let her go. It's her own path. Yep. And when she forgets things, when she, I don't know, is clumsy, when she just does things, I just know not to give her a hard time, because that's the things that I struggle with.
And it's not
and
helpful
I laugh at
to
myself.
Give her a hard time, you know. It's not helpful.
Right. But she's known since she was 2nd grade, you know.
Right.
So for me, I guess the reason why I am so happy to come to terms with what I have been, you know, diagnosed, is that I can look back and I wasn't stupid, you know. And why didn't I care? Well, it's part of the whole, you know, ADD. And it was like, I knew right away that I was going to go to hair school. So it was like, why do I have to learn about geography and all this stuff? Because I knew. Did I know I was going to be a salon owner? No.
Right. Oh.
I did not. That's for another episode, too.
Right.
So.
Well, yes. I was just going to say that a lot of times the girls at the salon will be like, I don't know how it doesn't drive you crazy sharing space with Sophie. You say it. And I'm like, no, because that was me.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier to be like able to relate to her. So I like that.
And I know a lot of the girls are like, well, and maybe not. I just, you know, when messes are made, I just hope to myself, oh, please don't let it be Sophie.
Well,
only because I know, but there's also a time, when do you stop giving excuses?
Well, yeah, but also then you can let that sort itself out. You don't have to be the one that comes in and say, Sophie, you made a mess. Someone else can say it, and you can just like, oh, well, honey, I know.
Yeah.
You should have cleaned up after yourself.
Yeah.
You get to be the nice one.
She'll say to me, Mom, I'm coming to you as an employee. Or she'll say, Mom, I'm coming to you as a friend.
Right.
Or a boss.
Right.
Or, yeah.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? But, yeah. I definitely see that she's matured so much. And a lot of it is the culture at the salon.
Yeah.
Because I gave her a lot of grace while she was home. Because I struggled with it and I felt bad for her. So I think we have a lot to talk about.
Definitely.
Well, with you, I guess there's always something to talk about. And
Always.
you know me, I can, what's going on?
My phone keeps getting Snapchats. Ooh. Yeah.
You must not have followed the rules.
It's probably our secret Studio M Snapchat.
That I'm not on.
That I'm just teasing you.
How rude.
I'm just kidding.
Another episode. See, oh gosh, we have all these episodes. I will not be here for that one. I don't want to know. So, I will tell. No, I won't. I'll save that for another one. But that's basically what we're going to do. We have a little bit of business.
Yes.
We have in-salon stuff. I want to get some of the girls. I already know Yadi wants to be our first stylist.
Yes, I love that.
Special guest.
She's so fun. Everybody loves Yadi. You can't not love her.
We're definitely going to be talking about product review, what they do, where they come from, where we use that in our head spa. We'll be focusing a lot on the head spa.
Yes, and obviously laughs, jokes, a little bit of drama.
Drama.
If we can muster any of, I mean.
I know.
If we can.
My life's pretty drama free. I don't know about yours.
Right. Well.
So, yeah, there's definitely drama.
Yeah.
And also requests.
Yes, if anybody has any requests on anything they would love for us to talk about, tutorials, we can do tutorials out in the other area. Any of that would be so greatly appreciated to feed off of. And
yeah. Because, I mean, this is our first time doing it.
Yes, I think we're going to kill it.
We're going to make it happen.
All right.
So cheesy. Oh, is our food here yet?
I don't know.